Hello, this is Andreas, and welcome. This is another Think Out Loud video from the Northern California Learning Institute. Boy, I tell you, that last meeting we had was better than the first one. Because if you all remember from the last video in part 1, when I came back and told you that we learned about yes, and it ended up that a miracle was worked out, that it looked like that I'm going to have a YouTube video ministry. Well, we went back and we learned the other half, which had to do with yes, but. But let's go back, and I want to share something very special that I learned, that we all learned, that had to do with all the days of the Northern California Learning Institute. And because I don't have the proper tools this time set up for it, I'm going to go through an imagination with you, put you through this imagination, and I want you to go through this exercise so that you can see how wild this was. So the first thing I want you to imagine, I want you to either imagine me and with a cutout of a person hanging on the wall, this wall back here, that's blank. And before I disappear, I want you to imagine that you found out, before I stood in front of the room, you found out about all my disabilities. These disabilities could be my cerebral palsy from my right leg. It could be my epilepsy. It could be my learning disability. All these disabilities were normally, what would your thoughts be if you heard about me? What do you normally think about when you see me from the outside? Or imagine, if not me, someone in a wheelchair. What do you think? What do we normally think when we see this person? Well, as if I were to step aside, pretend I am a silhouette, but this time I'm in color because I am here. And I want you to pretend you're going to write on me what you think. Well, I know what we all used to think is, well, he can't. There's no way. His IQ is not proper to go to college. And by the way, I've been told that. Oh, he can never go to work. He can never get off SSI. He can never keep a clean house. All these things, are you writing these all on that visual silhouette now with me out of the way, writing all that stuff out? You got it all written down now? Now here's what I want you to imagine happening next. What you didn't know, that in advance before that silhouette went up, there was some sticky notes that went on the wall with the positive things about me. And so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to take that silhouette and have me pretend to disappear. And now what do you see? You see these sticky notes that say, Andreas can get out of the hospital. Andreas can get past 2 care homes and learn how to live on his own. Andreas can have an AA degree, or he can get a certificate in peer counseling. Andreas can do many things. So what was this all about in summary then? What it was really, the summary was about that in that whole conference was to not look on the outside. Look on the inside of the person. The stuff we miss. And it's not just me. It's anybody. A person in a wheelchair. A blind person. A person with ADHD. Someone with a temperament. We all have these bad thoughts about people. But how about looking on the inside for a change? And look at the good things that people can do. Like Andreas, who is going to have a YouTube ministry, who is going to have a certificate and grief recovery specialist, and who can do a lot more if people would just think the positive of not just Andreas, but anyone else who are not only members of our Northern California Learning Institute, who are consumers, but every one of you in the room also have some positive dreams that you always wanted to reach, and you can do it. This has been another Think Out Loud video for the Northern California Learning Institute.